Good day, and welcome back to Life and Timeless Art. Today, we're diving into the enigmatic world of André 3000, a legend whose silence in the rap game speaks volumes about the pressures of fame and the pursuit of authenticity. In a world where celebrity personas often overshadow the individual, André stands apart, wrestling with the tension between artistic perfection and personal truth. His reluctance to release a rap album invites us to explore deeper questions about identity, legacy, and the toll of living up to an iconic status. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our explorations into art, culture, and the timeless figures who challenge the conventions of their time. Let's unpack the reasons behind André 3000's creative pause and how it resonates with a world that constantly demands more. André 3000's reluctance to release a rap album stems from a deeply introspective struggle about the relationship between his artistic identity and his sense of self. At the heart of this struggle is a profound question that many artists face. What happens when one's gifts and talents, the very things that bring admiration and acclaim, are perceived as separate from their inner being? This separation between the artist and the person creates a tension that can be both emotionally draining and creatively stifling. For André, this internal conflict suggests a fear of being defined solely by his artistry, by the genius of his wordplay, the complexity of his lyrics, and the groundbreaking music he has produced, rather than being seen and valued for the fullness of his humanity. To create art is to reveal a part of oneself, but for someone like André 3000, whose talents have reached iconic heights, there's an inherent risk of being reduced to the art itself. This reduction can feel dehumanizing, as though the person behind the art disappears beneath the weight of public perception. André's poetic musings hint at a yearning to be understood beyond his music, a desire to be appreciated, not just for his creative output, but for his thoughts, feelings, and the complexities of his soul. This yearning is not uncommon among artists who have achieved legendary status. The larger-than-life personas often mask the vulnerabilities and insecurities of the individual. The act of creating music, which may have once been a deeply personal and authentic process for André, now risks becoming a performance dictated by the expectations of an audience that craves more of what they already admire. This pressure to meet or exceed expectations can strip the joy and spontaneity from the creative process, turning it into a calculated exercise rather than a soulful expression. For André, this dynamic may make the idea of releasing new music feel less like an opportunity to connect with his audience and more like an obligation to live up to a standard he set long ago. Moreover, André's reluctance may also reflect a broader discomfort with the commodification of his art. In an industry where music is often consumed rapidly and discarded just as quickly, the depth and intention behind his work could feel at odds with the pace of modern consumption. André's introspection suggests that he values art as a reflection of his essence, not as a product to be marketed and sold. This dissonance between his values and the realities of the music industry might amplify his hesitation to release new work, as it could risk diluting the authenticity he holds so dear. At the same time, the idea of being permanently tied to a particular identity as a rapper may feel limiting to someone as creatively restless as André 3000. He has always been known for pushing boundaries and experimenting with different forms of expression. The act of stepping away from rap might be his way of resisting categorization, refusing to be boxed in by the expectations that come with being a hip-hop legend. By not releasing a rap album, André preserves the freedom to evolve as an artist and as a person, unencumbered by the need to conform to the legacy he has already established. This introspective struggle is compounded by André's awareness of how audiences engage with artists in the digital age. Social media and streaming platforms have amplified the immediacy and intensity of public scrutiny, making it harder for artists to create without interference. For someone as deeply private and contemplative as André, this constant spotlight could make the act of releasing new work feel even more vulnerable. His reluctance may be an act of self-preservation, a way of shielding himself from the pressures and criticisms that inevitably accompany the release of a highly anticipated album. Ultimately, André 3000's hesitation to release a rap album reflects his integrity as both an artist and a human being. It speaks to his commitment to staying true to himself in a world that often demands otherwise. Rather than succumbing to the weight of expectations, André seems to prioritize his inner peace and authenticity, even if it means leaving his fans longing for more. This decision, though difficult for admirers to accept, underscores the profound questions he continues to wrestle with about art, identity, and the delicate balance between external validation and personal fulfillment. The philosophical metaphor of gifts and talents running off to the sunset encapsulates the idea of losing control over the parts of himself that have brought him fame and admiration. The guess is, if these gifts, manifested in his musical genius, could exist independently, leaving him behind as merely a shell of the person his fans idolize. This separation creates a dissonance, making him question whether his audience's love is for him as a person, or for the artistry that has taken on a life of its own. Such doubts can make the idea of releasing new music daunting, as it risks further widening this perceived divide. And that brings us to the end of today's exploration. André 3000's hesitation to release a rap album is not just about music. It's a profound act of self-awareness and preservation in a world that often demands too much. His silence challenges us to rethink the way we view artists, fame, and the value of creative expression. As fans, we may long for new work, but perhaps the greatest gift André has given us is the reminder that authenticity and inner peace are more important than public validation. His legacy, untouched by compromise, stands as a timeless testament to his artistry and humanity. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to join the conversation on art, culture, and the stories that shape our world. Until next time, stay curious and keep celebrating the timeless art across the world.